Hey everybody, it's Allie Edwards, and in this video I'm going to be introducing you to the shop items that are part of our December daily collection for 2025. These are all items that are outside of a kit, and they are available individually. Starting off with the 6x8 Fa La La album, as you can see with my little sign there. All of the albums include page protectors. They just didn't have them inside when I was filming this video. You can see the color difference in the reds there with the album from last year, which we still have stock of as well, of that Red Star album. We also did a 4x6 green album this year with a nice little universal stripe on the inside. That will also come with page protectors, a vertical 4x6 and then two horizontal 3x4s. For our 10x8 album this year, we have a green stripe with a grid on the inside. This is the album that I will be using for my project this year. We will also have remaining stock from last year's albums in the boxing period as well. Next up, let's take a look at the pattern paper pack. Again, this is a shop item. We've got green trees and multicolored stars and a big holly jolly and a fun red pattern. This has 25 pages in it. They are single-sided and they are 11 inches wide by 8.25 inches tall. So kind of a variety of different patterns and motifs that you will find throughout the collection this year. There's a Fa La La and a ledger. We've got lots of wreaths as usual, per usual, a red stripe. Let's see what else. I'm so excited to see what comes up. Merry and bright on a craft background there. Another variation on a star pattern. Nice little grid. Got lots and lots of labels this year. So there's a label pattern with the ledger. There's some holly. Just a fun mixture. One sheet there that's pretty vintagey. Some black and white stars, twinkly goodness. A sheet with a bunch of Santas on it. Great for cutting up. This is a ledger piece of paper that has a little 25 on the top. Just so cute. This one's a light pink with red ledger circles. I think those are about 3-inch. That is a paper right there with a bunch of different holiday words on it. Here's the one that looks a little textured with the white stars. And then we've got the Be Merry repeated over and over again. We've got a Merry and Bright, like a spread out Merry and Bright pattern, and then a fun grid with the red and the green and the pink and the gray. Next up is our specialty paper pack. This is a pack that includes 10 sheets. They are transparencies and vellum. The first ones we're looking at here are transparencies. These do have a film layer on top of them, so you want to pull those off before you add them into your album. Note the 2025 dated December daily one. Then there's the Peace and Joy. This one is a little star pattern, a white star pattern. You can kind of see what that looks like. Again, you'll peel off that film to reveal the clear background. All right, there's a fun plaid there with green. This is now getting into the vellum. We've got little tiny trees, green trees on vellum. We've got the really pretty painted orange and white floral in the vellum. We've got some wreaths in vellum. These can be cut down and adjusted to use in your projects. Black Fa La La and a fun red on dark red circle pattern. All right, next up is our prompt paper pack. This was really popular last year. What I decided to do this year within the prompt paper pack is create a table of contents. So that's the page that I'll be using for that. Then we've got a spot there for, or a paper with the snow globes. Those are the same size as the plastic snow globes. And then we have a label, just a plain label sheet there. Then we have a Dear Santa page. We've got a numbered 1 through 5. We have an Around Here page. The spots on the top are just waiting for your titles. This one says In This Season, which is super cute in the gold foil. And then a wreath on top of a Happy Christmas pattern. Next up, we have a 6x8 transparency set. We've got a fun swan, that swan pattern there. You'll see that in a couple other places. We've got Peace and Joy. This transparency right there says December Memories. This one is bells, some fun vintagey bells. And then one of our Santas there with that spot. I can't wait to see what people put inside there. It's going to be so fun. Next up, we have a specialty card pack that includes vellum and transparencies in a 3x4 and a 4x6 size. This year we did, the 3x4s are just in vellum. You can see as I'm flipping through those right there, a few different icons, motifs, and patterns. Then we have 4x6 transparencies, the big red dots. We've got the 2025 there. Again, you can see it with the transparency, which makes it so fun to be able to have things that are see-through. There's a gold foil of that Santa. There is a label on top of some organic dark green stripes. That is a vellum ho ho ho, a vellum merry merry merry, green on green. I love the green on green and the red on red. That's a vellum with the red label on top of a plaid. Fun little white or red dots there, and then a Joni Mitchell Christmas quote with the floral there that I believe is mistletoe. And then these December moments have my heart in the transparency. This set also includes a set of embossed letterpress cards, 1 through 5, with the numbers over along the edge. I can't wait to use those. All right, then our die cut insert pack this year includes a large 2025. These are all pages that have holes already punched in them. Single-sided, great as jumping off points for background foundations, for page sizes. You see the tag, you see the other one there with the label, that's a star. This one is a banner with some rectangles there. We've got the tree with a green pattern. That's a 1 through 10 on a half circle. Great for like story number 10. There is a frame there. Can't wait to see what people do with that one. Our circles, and then a really big label in the die cut set. This year we did a brand new, we refreshed our envelope bundle. So this is what we're looking at right now. This is 5 envelopes. These do not fit inside the 4x6. They're a little bit too big for that, but they have some fun shapes. This one has a vellum in the window of the pocket. That other one had a fun swoopy design on the front. I don't know if we're going to call it swoopy. There's a pocket there. We've got another pocket with the plaid. Lots and lots of things can go inside there. And then this one has a really cute little tuck with a light blue, and then our holiday colors along the edge and the little tab there along the side. So that's a fun refresh for that set. Next up, we're going to take a look at the 3x8 transparency and journal card set. The biggest change with these this year is they do not have holes already punched in them. So you can decide whether or not you want holes or where you want the holes, or if you want to do something totally different with them. So I'm just kind of flipping through the various designs. We've got some gold foil, we've got some numbers, we've got some quotes. So there's space for journaling. There is space for photos added onto these. I'm looking forward to using some of these this year too. I really like attaching something like this to a full page photo. It's going to work really well in the 10x8 album. Also fun to add a couple of these together for a 6x8 album as well, with a really strong vertical photo. Just lots of options. There's a little bit of gold foil on that one. And then, so those are the paper ones. There are 19 papers, and then there are 12 transparencies, which we're going to look at next. There's the Happy Christmas pattern. We've got, of course, some labels with the gold foil. There's this close-up on a Santa. Then we've got a city scene there, like a snowy city scene. A quote in gold foil on clear: may you never be too grown up to search the skies on Christmas Eve. I love that one. I think about that every single year. There's a fa la la in kind of the gold/yellow color. We've got green there on the transparency, here for the magic in gold. Holly forever. That one's really cool too. A grid pattern and a tree with some ornaments on it. That one turned out cute too. And then a big 2025 in the transparency. This is going to be a popular one. All right, next up we did plastic film strips this year for December Daily. We had these in another release this year, and I personally loved working with them, adding them all together to create a bigger page. They're just a fun universal shape. So you'll see those. We also have, of course, the transparency globes, these snow globes. Comes with 6 of them. You're going to see these pop up in a few other places that you have actually already seen them pop up. It's about 3 inches across. These do fit into the 3x4 pockets. All right, next up, again, these are the 3x3 3-inch plastic circles. These are all shop items is what I was really wanting to say. These are all available individually, and you can check the blog post for our price list. Everything will be available to add to your box starting next week on Tuesday, depending on when you're watching this. That's Tuesday, August 26th, I believe. So here's those plastic circles. Again, these are 3 inches. Half of them have a word with a little star on the top, and the other ones are these fun lino cut style designs, vintagey, Christmassy. All right, then for our plastic pack this year, we've done plastic packs in a variety of different shapes over the years. We're going hard into this label shape this year. This has a combination of labels with sentiments on them and then some vintage images like you're seeing here. So some of the holly and different natural vintage images are a lot of the ones that I really like. So in addition, these have the labels also have stars in some of them, these cute little tiny little gold foil stars. Then we have some that have ledger, like a ledger paper style in them. And then there is also another motif that is a grid or like a graph paper style. That one says Le Père Noël, and it's so cute. Again, more holly forever, magical. There's some more of the stars. This one just kind of keeps going. There's 48 of these. These do fit into the 2x2 page protectors, which are so fun. What else can I tell you about these? I love them. I think they turned out really cute, fun. Little different, nice little twist on the way that we've done these in the past. You can write on these. That was a question I saw the other day. I would recommend using a permanent pen, Slick Writer, or some other permanent style pen. I imagine that I will probably be adding stickers to these and or other embellishments. That's kind of how I envision them, and or leaving some of them, especially like the ones with the sentiments and maybe the stars, just in the 2x2. I think that will turn out really fun, be really cute, and like I said, it just keeps going. It keeps going. Festive, celebrate. I love those mini stars, man. I'm super here for those. And the reindeer, and there's a tree that's really cute. Oh yeah, there it is, that one. Yes, I'm all about the trees. I like seeing all the different like sizes and shapes of the trees too. Those always make me really happy. So that's our plastic pack. Here you can see what it looks like when it is added into a 2x2 page protector. Yep, just like that. All right, next up we have another label pack here. These are cardstock labels. Sizing is listed on the video there. That'll also be in the post and on the product page as well. Going through there, showing you some color variations. Half of the larger ones have gold foil on the outside, and the other half have white on the inside. And then there is a secondary size, which are these tiny, smaller little ones in this same label shape here that also have a combination of ones that have white on the inside, and then others that have, I think some of these have the color on the inside. Yep, color on the inside with the gold foil around the outside. These are great for stamping. You could stamp on these. You could add photos on these. We do have a die this year as well that can go along, and you'll see that in a little bit here coming up on the video. Just a great little home for numbers. Lots of different things could go on top of those. All right, next up, something new. These are cardstock scallop borders. They are just about 6 inches wide. You can add them directly onto photos. You can bring them together to create lines for journaling. You can frame photos or other embellishments you could frame up some vellum. That's what I'm thinking of right now. I could cut up some vellum, and then I could use this to make a frame around the outside edge. And if you don't like the colors, you can turn them over and you can use the white on the other side. We did some frames that are in the main kit this year. In addition to those main kit frames, we do have a shop pack with some other colors and a different look to them. These ones are 3x4. There's one 4x4 and 4x6. So you've got some little vintagey swirly things and lines, and you've got some scallops, kind of a mix between both of those. These are going to be really fun to see how people play with those this year. We've got one set of wood veneer. These are wood veneer trees. They vary from 2.25 inches tall to 1 inch tall, and there are 10 pieces of them. These are great for stamping, embossing, playing around with those sorts of things. All right, cardstock label pack for these ones. This one has 34 pieces in this little, like almost 3-inch wide set here. So a few vintage pieces, a few straightforward sentiments with the color, and then we've got the scalloped edge ones here as well. And then there's a smaller set that goes along with these that are red and green. They can sit on top of these. Great for, again, date stamping, great for adding a little bit of context to your photos, sentiment stamps, all kinds of different things to go on there. So those are all red and green. Again, this pack has 34 pieces total. It's about 2.5 inches that way and about 1/2 inch wide on those specific labels. These ones, again, are just about 3 inches, a little less than 3 inches wide, and then about 1.25 inches tall. Next up, we have some stickers here. These are our clear stickers this year. This is on a 6x8 sticker sheet. It's got a bunch of bows on the top and some fun florals on the bottom. Ribbon trim pack this year. Each of these are 1 yard. It's a light pink, a bright green, and then a red and white stripe. Again, 1 yard, 0.75 and 0.5 inch. One of our number sets this year is this fun plastic set. These are green with the clear border around the outside. We will also have some large white plastic numbers with gold foil dots on them that I do not have here in my hands, but you will see them on the shop page. Next up, we have a vintage vellum and die-cut cardstock pack. You can see the vellum pieces there on the top. I'm kind of thinking some of these, I think it would be really fun with the vellum is to like punch them down into little 2x2 things. That was one of the things I was thinking about as I was going through these, thinking of different ways that I might want to use them. But I also love layering them on top of each other and layering the trees. I don't know. Maybe I would sew them all together and make kind of like a vellum quilted page. That was just an idea that came to my head right now. I don't know. I'll have to workshop that out, but it kind of sounds fun to do something like that. In addition to those vellum pieces, there is a set of tags. There are 11 vellum pieces, and then there are 18 of these small little paper tags, which turned out really cute. So a variety of sentiments and styles here and different shapes as well. So you're getting a kind of a variety of different tag shapes in there. Some of them have a hole, a circle hole. Some of them have like a ribbon hole, which my friend Amanda told me what that was called today, and I already forgot what the name of it was. But here you can see some of those smaller pieces. That one has 2025 on it, and it's so cute. I love the 20 on one edge and the 25 on the other. So these are great for adding onto photos. You can make a whole tree of these cute little tags. That would be something fun to add onto a page. All right, next up is our Joyful Memories 6x8 chipboard set. So you can see some of those are tags. They have holes punched in there. Some circles, Peace on Earth, Joyful, the 25, variety of little icons there. We have our phrase sticker bundle this year. Looks like this. We've got a red, a green, and then a cream with gold. Those are mostly Christmas and holiday sentiments on them. These are our attacher sticker bundle this year. This is a non-glossy coated cardstock. You fold these over and back to back, and then you can attach them onto something to be able to add pieces into your album. There's our tab sticker bundle this year, cream and green and red for those. We did another December Daily large sticker bundle. This is one of the ones that has one number per sheet. This year they are in white. Last year we did these in gold. They make it I love white for numbers, especially on photos. They just stand out really nice. This is a nice size. I loved using the ones that I was able to use of these last year in a really straightforward typeface too. All right, here's an example of the die This is the die that we're offering this year. That's a label. It has all three of those together. This is me using my Sizzix and trying to remember how to use it for these die pieces. These are going to be great if you're wanting, I'm laughing at myself not doing it right, and then I didn't edit that part out, and it's even makes me laugh even harder. These is the largest one here goes specifically with a stamp set that you will see in a couple minutes, but here you can see ways, you could use these with a photo, punch out a couple little photos, and then there's a smaller, the third one is a smaller one there as well. So that is the metal die set for the labels. And then stamp sets up next. This year we have 5 4x6 stamp sets and 4 6x8. Here is the first of the 4x6 that has a little die, or the little label shape that is smaller than the die, so just a heads up on that. That next one was the alpha that we're using this year. Then we've got Liz, Tom, and Aha's set. These are all available for you to check out on the blog post too, the individual images of these. This one I'm super excited about. That is the Night Before Christmas on the top with the Fa La La on the bottom. Those are the 4x6s. Again, you can take a closer look and a longer look at these on the blog post. In 6x8, here's the largest one. It's got Fa La La. It has the label shape. This is the large size of the die. The label die fits that shape right there. Then we have a second one with images. These are kind of the lino cut style images this year. Trees, Santa, Nutcracker, very traditional Christmas icons on that one. Then we did a snow globe stamp set. I think this one turned out really fun with the rounded sentiments, and then a big one in my handwriting with some of those big words. We also did an advent calendar this year. We'll have a special video, spoiler video, that if you want to see what's inside. Otherwise, you can be surprised. Let us know if you have questions in the comments below.